Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our special Sip with Red Melissa, which is our full moon meditation. So, I am especially excited this evening because this is the kickoff to season 7 of Morning Sit with Red Melissa. And what a wonderful way to start the new season with this premiere. So, our season 7 premiere is our April full moon meditation. So, please let folks know that we are here streaming on YouTube and Facebook at I am Rev Melissa. So thank you all for being with me this evening to kick off season 7. Yes, say cool. Good day, Linda. We are kicking it off from the mountains of Colorado. Yes, we are. So, just for preparation, please have something to write with and something to write on. Have at least 2 pieces of paper where you can release one, because we're doing some releasing like we usually do when we are doing our full moon meditation. So we do some information about this full moon. I share just a sip of full moon information, and then we get into our spiritual practice with the energy of the full moon. We do a inspirational reading that I will share with you. We do inspirational journaling during our meditation. So we just easily just flow in and out of the meditation as we do our journaling. So relax, because I will guide you through every single part of the spiritual practice. And then we end with a prayer, and I'll share a couple of announcements. All right. So let's get started. As soon as I clean my glasses again, let's start with some information about this full moon. So, the April full moon will reach its full illumination tonight at 10:12 p.m. Eastern Time. So, this is my plan. I'm setting an alarm for about 10:10, and then I'm going to go outside to see if I could see the moon at its full illumination tonight. So tonight at 10:12 p.m. Eastern Time is the full moon illumination, okay, at 100%. So April's full moon is traditionally known as the pink moon. And, part of that is because, flowers are blooming and it's spring. And one of the first flowers to blossom is a flower that is pink in color. Some cultures also refer to the April full moon as sprouting grass moon, the egg moon, and the fish moon. And it symbolizes fertility, renewal, and the emergence of new life. The full moon arrives in the heart of spring, carrying the energy of growth, expansion, and fresh beginnings. What was planted in earlier months is now beginning to show signs of life. So, in general, the full moon is an auspicious time to reflect on what has and has not worked. And it's an opportunity for us to release what no longer serves us, which we will be doing in a few minutes. The pink moon invites us not only to release, but also to nurture what is ready to grow. So there is a gentle yet powerful energy of rebirth, renewal, and emotional reawakening. It's a time to open the heart, soften resistance, and allow yourself to receive more good that is already unfolding in your life. So you may feel called to reconnect with joy, creativity, relationships, and simple pleasures of life. The pink moon symbolizes new life, blossoming potential, emotional healing, and the courage to begin again. It reminds us that growth does not have to be rushed. It unfolds naturally when nurtured with care, patience, and intention. So this full moon is in the sign of Libra. So shout out to all my Libras out there. You know, that's my sign. And Libra is associated with balance, partnership, harmony, justice, and connection, and beauty. Under Libra's influence, attention turns to our relationships. So our relationships with others and our relationships with ourselves. The full moon may highlight where balance is needed between the giving and the receiving, between action and rest, between independence and connection. So this Libra energy encourages peace, cooperation, and compassionate communication. And that really resonates with me. It invites us to bring greater awareness into how we show up in our lives and our relationships and where adjustments may be needed. It's a powerful time for healing relationships and healing patterns in our relationships. It's a time to restore harmony and create more equitable dynamics in our lives. So Libras also carry a deep appreciation for beauty and grace, reminding us to surround ourselves with those elements and with those environments that experiences and allows us to experience upliftment of our spirit. So use this full moon energy to release any imbalances, resentment, or disconnection, and to restore alignment in your relationship. Like I said, not just with others, but also with yourself and your inner world. Ultimately, the Libra moon reminds us that true harmony begins within, yes, and radiates outward into every area of our lives. The signs that are most affected by the full moon in Libra are Aries, Cancer, Libras, and Capricorns. So if you are an Aries, a Capricorn, a Libra, or a Cancer, pay attention to the energy, especially pay attention to the energy of this full moon. All right. So that was your sip of April full moon, full pink moon in Libra. And if you didn't know, Easter is determined by the first moon, the first full moon in spring. So whenever the full moon is, that first full moon in spring happens, Easter is the following Sunday. So that's how Easter is determined, by the moon, right? So keep that in mind. So let's get into our inspirational reading. So I thought, let's read, or I will read to you. I will read to you today's Science of Mind magazine for April 1. And the daily guides are done by Jeffron Seeley. And here's April 1. It starts with a quote. Moments vanish like breath on a mirror, but spirit is the one that does not disappear. And then there's a quote by Ernest Holmes. It is a beautiful and true thought to realize that every person stands in the shadow of a mighty mind, a pure intelligence, and a divine givingness. And that's from the Science of Mind text, page 41. So here's Jeffron's daily guide. A gentle breeze touches my skin as my little son tugged on my shirt, indicating he wanted me to pick him up. As I did, he pointed overhead, where a large white cloud floated above our heads. The cloud slowly morphed into a new shape unique to that moment. The sun illuminated from above, and as I felt my little son's arm softly wrap around the back of my neck, my gaze shifted out across the landscape of a warm spring day. I realized what we all understand from time to time. Everything in this experience is temporary. I let my son down and he ran across our backyard. That moment, when I picked him up, the cloud that we observed with wonder high in the sky, his little arm around my neck, that moment passed. Beautiful, filled with love, empowered by God, that moment passed, as have countless others, fleeting, temporary, and beautiful. All is temporary, but the divine presence, which enables all those sacred moments to be. In this moment, honor the divine in all moments in the here and now. And the closing affirmation is I see, embrace, and align with God in this moment. Love is here. Beautiful. So now let's prepare for our meditation and inspirational journaling. So please have something to write with and something to write on. Have two pieces of paper. One we're going to discard as part of our releasing this evening, and one you're going to keep because the moon is going to give you some information. So let's just get comfortable. I invite you to go within, and sometimes it really supports us to close our eyes as we go within. But whatever is comfortable for you. And let's start by taking a couple of deep breaths. So let's breathe in and breathe out. And as we breathe, we just release the day, whatever the day was for you. We just release it with the breath. We breathe in and we breathe out. And let's do that one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. And now just breathe gently, softly, just allowing yourself to go within, deeper and deeper. Just allow yourself and allow your shoulders to soften. If you're holding your shoulders up, just release them gently. And just scan your body from the top of your head to your toes. Just checking in, seeing where you are holding tension or stress in your body. And just let your breath support you in releasing that. And so as we breathe, we just settle into the calm, easy rhythm. And we continue to release anything that we are holding. Unclench your jaw, relax your tongue, check your back, and just continue to scan your body. releasing, releasing, releasing. And we breathe. And so bring to your mind's eye the soft glow of the April full pink moon. It's rising in the evening sky. Its light is gentle, balanced, harmonious. This moon carries the energy of renewal, of blossoming, of opening the heart to love, beauty, and connection. It shines not to reveal what is broken, but to restore what is ready to come back into balance. So just give yourself a moment to fully imagine the full moon. See the light of it and allow that light to surround you like a soft embrace. This light is welcoming you back to center. And so we center ourselves within ourselves, knowing and trusting that all that we need, all that we require is here within us. And now bring your awareness to your heart space. And just notice, be curious about anything that feels out of balance or unsettled. Perhaps a relationship that feels strained, a place where you've been over giving, possibly, or even a place where you may have been holding back. Just check in with yourself. Is there any sense of resentment or disappointment? Or maybe just a simple, quiet awareness that something is no longer in harmony. And we tune in using the support and the energy of this full moon as it invites us back into sacred harmony. And just imagine placing these energies into the moonlight, those resentments, disappointments, overgiving, overextending, holding back. Just place those energies into the moonlight. And we see them softening, releasing, and returning to neutral. That is the power of this moon. There's no need to force, just simply allow. And take a breath. Silently affirm by repeating these words. I release imbalance. I let go of overgiving, withholdment, and any misalignment. I return to harmony, peace, and loving balance. And take a breath. I release imbalance. I let go of over-giving, withholding, and misalignment. I return to harmony, peace, and loving balance. And so whatever that is that came up for you, we release it into the energy, into the light of this moon. And you can do so by taking that piece of paper and just writing down what you are willing and allowing to be released now. So we'll take a moment to do that. No judgment about it, no conversation, no analyzing. We're just letting it go. And let's take a breath. And you can set that paper to the side. And later on, I'll tell you how to discard it. Let's take a breath. Because in that releasing, we have created space. We have opened more to love and harmony. And so bring your attention back to your heart. And imagine a soft rose gold light glowing within your chest. It's warm, expansive, and alive. So just breathe into that image. Allow yourself to feel the warmth. Feel the expansiveness by taking a deep breath. This is your heart energy, your capacity to love, to receive, and to connect. And with every breath, feel this light expanding, restoring balance, inviting compassion, awakening deeper connection within yourself. And breathe. So I'm going to share a couple of questions with you. And whichever one resonates with you will be the one that you will use for your inspirational journaling. The first question: where is harmony being restored in my life? Where is harmony being restored in my life? Question 2. What does balanced giving and receiving look like for me now? What does balanced giving and receiving look like for me now? And number 3, how is Spirit inviting me to show up as love? How is Spirit inviting me to show up as love? Just allow whatever arises to come with ease. Whichever question resonated with you is your question. I'll repeat them one more time. Where is harmony being restored in my life? What does balanced giving and receiving look like for me now? How is Spirit inviting me to show up as love? How is Spirit inviting me to show up as love? So choose the question, pick up your pen, your paper, your separate paper, and just write whatever message is there for you to receive. Write down whatever is being revealed. Again, we're not analyzing, we're just allowing it to come up and to flow through. And just know that whatever is being received is for you. And we'll be in the silence for a moment. You could start to bring that to a pause. And take a deep breath and silently affirm, I am open to giving and receiving love in balance. I create harmonious, supportive relationships with myself and others. I honor my needs with compassion and clarity. I am aligned with peace, beauty, and connection. And let's take another deep breath and just feel the softness of release and the warmth of restored harmony. Just remind yourself that harmony is not something to chase, it is something that you allow. Harmony is within you. And just imagine that pink full moon again, blessing your relationship with yourself, your relationships with others, blessing your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, blessing your whole life. And let's just give gratitude to this energy of love, this energy of harmony that radiates all around us, through us, and is us. So let's seal this with prayer. And so we know that there is only one divine presence expressing as all. This presence is harmony itself, peace itself, love itself. And I know that this same presence lives within me and lives within you now. That it guides our hearts, our relationships, and our life into perfect alignment. And so we breathe into this sacred moment that we have blessed ourselves with. This moment to allow for restoration, for harmony, for peace. The sacred moment of releasing anything that is unlike love. As we welcomed harmony with ease and grace. Peace fills our mind, love flows through our heart, and clarity directs our path. So we trust the divine order unfolding in every area of our lives. We rest in the knowing that all is well. We rest in the knowing that that which is unfolding unfolds with grace and with ease. And we are grateful. We are grateful for this gift that we have blessed ourselves with this evening. with these moments to just be with ourselves, be with spirit, and be with each other. We are grateful for the vibration emitted from this full pink moon in Libra, for the reawakening, for the blossoming that demonstrates and manifests in our lives. We are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. And this is released into love, into law, and it is done. And we can say together, and so it is. You could take a deep breath, gently bring yourselves back into your space, ground yourself, open your eyes, smile. Beautiful. And so what you're going to do with what you have released onto the paper symbolizes your willingness to release and let go, your willingness to create space for that which is blossoming even now. So you could release it by ripping it up, throwing it away. If there's a safe way for you to burn it, you can do so. But you do not hold on to it. You don't need to write it down so you remember what you release. That's one of my favorite things that people do. Oh, let me write down what I released so I can remember what I released. No. We're just releasing. We're letting it go. So do that as soon as possible this evening. A wonderful time to do it would be at 10:12 p.m. Eastern time. So adjust for your time zone, because that is when this full moon is fully illuminated. So that would be a wonderful time to release, rip it up, let it go. All right. So before we close, I just want to remind you that this process that we practice tonight of releasing and refining and realigning with life is not something that you have to do alone. That I am here to support you as a spiritual life coach, interfaith minister. Part of my calling is to support people in bringing these spiritual truths and insight into their everyday life, right? So sometimes we know what we need to release, and sometimes we doubt it. Sometimes we even know what we want to create, and sometimes we doubt it. So by having support, using spiritual tools, and having loving accountability can make the journey clearer and with more ease. So if you are in need of support, if your mind right now is saying, yes, I need support, Red Melissa, here I am. You can send me a email at iamrevmelissa@gmail.com. iamrevmelissa@gmail.com. And we will set up some time to talk. Just know that transformation happens when we begin to live it, practice it, and integrate it into our daily lives. And part of that is our daily spiritual practice. So if something stirred within you tonight, if spirit whispered that it may be time to release an old pattern, old limiting beliefs, old people who are occupying space in your consciousness or even subconsciously, take the next action step and reach out for support. So, announcements. So today, as many of you know, is our season 7 premiere. And what is different is that Morning Sip is streaming on I Am Rev Melissa on Facebook and on YouTube exclusively. Okay, so spread the news. If people saying, I was on New Thought Media Network and I couldn't find Rev Melissa, let them know that they can find me on YouTube and on Facebook at I Am Rev Melissa. The easiest place is YouTube, where all of my shows past are stored. So here we are. So tomorrow, tune in for our Morning Sip with Rev Melissa at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We will have the first show at 10:30 a.m. of the new season. So I'm excited about that. We'll be starting we'll be continuing our series this week, which is Vision. So join me tomorrow as we continue our series Vision. That will be wonderful. I look forward to seeing you all. Again, if you need support, here I am. Reach out. I am redmelissa@gmail.com. Peace and blessings, everybody. Get out there. See that full moon tonight, tomorrow. It'll look full still, right? And release. Rip up that paper, release it, and let it go. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.